Hi Tarot Rebels, this is Michaela from Tarot Rebel. I hope you're all doing fine. Today I'm gonna present you a new deck I got recently, but before that let me remind you that if you want a personal reading, you can book one with me using the details in the description box down below. If you like this type of content or if you have ideas on different kind of content, please leave a comment in the description in the comment section, or if you want to help me grow my channel, please remember to like and subscribe to it if you want. And I guess that's it for now. Let's get started. So I saw this deck on Lisa's channel, from Lisa from Supportive Tarot, and when I saw it I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing, because it's kind of right up my alley. It's an animal inspired deck, and I like the white background with the cutouts and then the scenes behind it. So it's I kind of liked it, and I was debating ordering it or not, and in the end, after a couple of days of thinking, I decided yes, I should. So I ordered it. It came from Canada. I think it took a little over a week to get into the UK, but then I ended up paying for customs and handling. So this is just a warning: if you want to order it, you might need to pay extra to get it. In total, I think I paid £62 to order it. So the deck and the shipping were £62, and then I paid another 15 or 16 extra to the Royal Mail to get it delivered to my house for customs and import duty. And you do the math. If that's something you're happy to do, sure, I would recommend it. The box is a really nice two-piece box. It came packaged really well, but because it arrived like 2 weeks ago or so, I don't have the packaging anymore. But the box wasn't damaged. The cards were okay. Nothing wrong with them. The only thing I kind of get annoyed at is this rattle. The cards are a bit too small for the box, and you can see if I squeeze them into one corner, there's room left on each side, here and here, and it's kind of annoying for people who I'm used to tuck boxes or something more like this. This is my Centennial edition of the Rider's Netwave. I'm used to cards that don't make an annoying noise in their boxes, but it's not something that disturbs me greatly. This is a 80 card deck because it has 2 extra ones. It has a card called Tree of Life and another one called the Messenger. And they are detailed in a weird way. I think they are at the bottom of, at the end of the deck, after the Suit of Wands, after all the other cards. Here they are, the Tree of Life and the Messenger. And otherwise, the deck is quite nice. It looks quite good. I've used it in like daily draws, but not necessarily reading, like a full-time reading, because I think they're very conceptual and very abstract. And I know this is the reason I got it, but sometimes they feel too sterile to convey any deeper meanings. It's not, I love the art, I really do, but sometimes they're better suited for guiding than for a deep dive reading. Okay, in terms of size, because I feel like I'm rambling, they are bigger and squarish, I'd say. They are taller, a bit taller than the standard tarot, and they are much wider, and they kind of look on the square side of things. It's not something that's annoying. They can be shuffled easily. It's just, I don't know, probably I would have done things differently. Okay, enough rambling, let's move on. This is the Fool. I like the new beginning, hinting at things like the egg and the horizons and this bird flying freely. It's a good Fool card. It's a solid card. The Magician, though, I kind of get the feeling that the basic idea of this card was cunning and relying on your ancestors to help you find your path, in a way. I'm not saying it's wrong, not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's a bit meh to me. It doesn't have any of the standard Rider-Waite-Smith interpretation, and it's not something that inspires me or helps me tap into my intuition too much. The High Priestess, we get this whale inside a whale. I like that the moon is present, the sky is present. It's like, it kind of puts an emphasis on the intuitive kind of aspect of the card, and I like it. It's a bit too simplistic. I think they could have done more, but I'll take it. It's a good card. In terms of the Empress, obviously it's like the nth deck I've seen this year having a bunny for the Empress. I'm not against it. I think the image is beautiful. I like it. Here's the Empress with the bunny. Trying to see if there are any of the classic designs, but no. The Emperor is this crab. I like the image. It doesn't say Emperor to me. I like the Hierophant, though. This is a very interesting take on the card. This is one of my favorite cards, actually, because you have the same kind of arrangement as in the Rider-Waite-Smith card. You have the lock here, you have the priest, the Hierophant here, you have the people listening to him. I like this card. This is a good one. The Lovers is one of my favorites, again, because but this is more of a perfect match card rather than choices, though it tries to imply the choices by having a crossroad here. I think it's so subtle and it gets lost in the pink. It kind of, you have to really look for having options in this card. I like the Chariot in the form of a snail. I really do, because supposedly the snail is one of the slowest animals on the planet, and then the Chariot is one of the most fast moving energies in the deck. But also the snail is a very persistent energy, and so is the Chariot. And I really like the way it's depicted here. I kind of enjoy the nighttime with the moon here, and instead of the horses you have the two white and black flowers. It's a really nice touch, and it's one of the cards I love the most in this deck. And then for the Strength card you get the Hummingbird, and inside of the Hummingbird you have a tree, like a solid tree, which depicts exactly that inner strength that you're trying to cultivate when you see the Strength card, and I really like that. For the Hermit you get the bear, because sometimes the bears go hibernating in the winter, so they're alone, and kind of that's the point. I don't dislike it. I do like the idea of having the bear looking at his or hers or her reflection. It speaks to that introspective moment that the hermit is trying to cultivate. But I'm not particular. I like the idea. I like the execution. I'm not sure I'm fond of the card itself. The Wheel of Fortune. This is amazing because this is a fish, like, is it salmon? Probably. And here's the bear trying to catch the fish. The Wheel of Fortune is karma and risk at the same time. It's going against the current and either winning or losing. It's going back to your roots to heal or to be healed. So this depiction of the Wheel of Fortune, I think it's great because it's so subtle and so unexpected and so outside the norm that it actually encompasses the two forces driving the card meaning, for me at least, in the same image. For the Justice, look at that. You have this, I'm sorry if this is triggering for some of you, but you have this beautiful arachnid with the spider web, and how one thing can unbalance another one, and how one unjust fact can ruin things for everyone involved. I really like this approach. How easily destructed our web is. The Hangman, it's an interesting take because the outline is this bat hanging upside down, and on the inside is a human receiving knowledge and blessings and absolution in a way. I really like this kind of design. I think this was one of the cards that draw me in. This and not the Fool. I think it was actually the Magician, one of the cards, but now I don't like it anymore. But this Hangman, I think it's a very telling story of if enough time passes, good things come to you and enlightenment comes to you. And sacrifice is not necessarily the death or end all. It sometimes brings something much better. And speaking of death, we have the Death card. And this is not the death as we know it, it's just shedding. It's just metamorphosis and transformation in the most common way. I like it. I like it a lot, especially because of the vibrant colors and because of the association of the snake with healing and moving on. And you can see here the skin, the old skin, and here is the new snake being born. I really like it. In terms of temperance, it's a frog on a lily pad. So first of all, that's super cute. Second of all, the required amount of balance for this frog to be seated on this pad, I think it's a very telling version of the temperance card, where you have to carefully pour from one another in order to ensure that harmony around you. The Devil card is one of my favorite cards usually. I'm not sure that this time I like it. It's a cold card, it's a wolf. I don't like the outline, I don't like this. I want to like it. It's a good piece of art. It's not a good piece for tarot readers. The Tower. I understand why the chosen design was a Scorpio. What I don't understand is why is it so basic, really. It's just, this is a very silent destruction. Usually the Tower I associate it with complete destruction. And this is like someone stabbing you in the back. well, it's not very unexpected, and it's a bit anticlimactic, if you ask me, and so is this card. The star is a moth. The moon is this rodent, and like turning into a wolf, its shadow turning into a wolf, and the whole thing is this sorry, eagle, and then we have the eagle in the daylight. Do I like it? I don't dislike it. I like the moon card and its meaning. I like the moth card for the star because it shows about being attracted to light and to dreams and hopes. The moon talks about different visions of things. The sun talks about just the sun. I like the sunflowers at the bottom, but that's about it. The judgment I like for this what's it called? Praying mantis. I like this. This is a good card. This is a good choice for the judgment card. And then I get the world, which is the turtle, which again I really enjoy. And then we move to those special cards, the Tree of Life and the Messenger. Let me read them again. So the Tree of Life, we have connection, indivisibility, and lineage, which, yeah, you can see here with the egg and the roots and the everything. And then for the Messenger, transmission, inspiration, propagation. And obviously one of the most fast transmitting energies are, like, not energies, in terms of biology, are the spores of a fungi. So I get the point. It's just not exciting. And then we have the suits. And the suit of Pentacles, it's all about this earthly vibes of a mountain. I like the design. Sometimes it's at night, sometimes it's in bluish tones, as you can see here, mostly grays, but some browns as well. I like it. I like this one, the Ace of Pentacles. You have the pentacle in the middle of the tree, as if that to express that bursting energy. I think it's fitting. The Two of Pentacles, you have the pentacles here on the acorns and the squirrel trying to get them. Again, beautiful imagery. I kind of get the impression that you'll see the other suits aren't as, how should I put it? The resizing bit was a bit too vertical, and they kind of look stretched on the vertical lines if you look at it. Maybe the Two of Pentacles is not that obvious, but look at the Three of Pentacles. They kind of look wonky. They kind of look too lanky and too tall for it. Again, I don't mind the design. I really like it, but the disproportions are quite annoying. Look at the Four of Pentacles as well. It's kind of the same situation. The Five of Pentacles looks a bit better. I like the feline, like you can see the ribs, and the pentacles are in the snow, and there's no shelter, nothing you can hold on to. I like the idea. The Six of Pentacles are cute. Seven of Pentacles, it's an interesting representation of it, and I quite like it. I like the colors most of all. The Eight of Pentacles is one of my favorite, with the pentacles in the tree and the otter working its way around it. It's a meaty subject, clearly. I like the Nine of Pentacles. It's echoing the Rider-Waite deck. I like it. The Ten of Pentacles is very, very nice, very beautiful, and again with the pentacles instead of the mushrooms. Interesting. The Page of Pentacles, it's a cute one. The Knight of Pentacles, I really like it, though it makes it feel like more like a king to me, because it's white. For some reason, it makes it feel like a king. The Queen of Pentacles, it's a doe, I think. That's the female deer. I like it. She looks pregnant here to, again, further imply that this is a Queen of Pentacles. This is the king. It's a beautiful king ruling the forest. And then we have the cups. The cups are like droplets of water, of liquid. I like this approach for the cups. It's a really neat interpretation of it. Ace of Cups, gorgeous. The Two of Cups, get the dolphins swimming around, perfect match. And then the Three of Cups, you get the otters working together as usual. The Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, it's a nice representation of the cards. As you can see, 3 of the eggs have hatched, and the duck looks a bit regretful and ignoring the other 2 that are still in the nest. Very similar interpretation to the one in the Rider-Waite-Smith. The Six of Cups is like baby ducks, which is gorgeous. 7 of Cups, the shells with different things in them, again a really interesting approach. The Eight of Cups, shells being left behind, and this this octopus moving forward. The Nine of Cups is gorgeous. 10 of Cups with the rainbow, again echoing the Rider-Waite. The Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups, that's a really nice Knight of Cups, I think. Look at the Queen. And this is very telling of the cup she has in the Rider-Waite deck, I think. Then we get the King of Cups. Moving on to the Wands. The Wands, obviously, they have like fire as a background for them. So the Ace, the Two of Wands, that's really interesting. I like this what's this? Caterpillar. And then moving on from Caterpillar to Cocoon and Butterfly. See? Gorgeous. And I like that. I like and I don't like the fact that this card, usually it's associated with marriage. But in this deck, it looks like associated with accomplishment and celebration. And I like this approach more because you actually see the progression, right? You go from having options to working on it to actually succeeding. I really like this progression of things. The Four of Wands, sorry, the Five of Wands. It's that card. Look at them. The ants trying to fight and carry the dandelion, is it? Yeah, pieces. And then the Six of Wands being celebrated, gorgeous. Seven of Wands, still fighting the bear and the bee nest. The Eight of Wands, fast movement in the air. And then the Nine of Wands, still standing, and the Ten of Wands being defeated. The Page of Wands is beautiful. Then you get the Knight of Wands. That's the frivolity of the Knight of Wands talking through this card. I like this, and I like the color palette in it as well. The Queen of Wands, it's a ladybug, of course. And then the dragonfly is the King of Wands. Moving on to the Swords energy. This is a very cloudy experience, because as you can see, the shapes change throughout the deck for the swords, and I quite like it because I think this is the most diverse suit of the deck, with the Ace of Swords in the stone, and then the Two of Swords, one black, one white. It's another interesting detail because it says to me one of the choices is good and the other one is bad, but in the standard Rider-Waite there's no good or bad, there's no indication. The Three of Swords, I quite like the absence of the swords in this, but you have the three signified by this, the cracks in the road, and then by the three flowers, and I prefer that more. The Four of Swords, I like this. Everything is still, everything is quiet, everything is relaxing, everything is peaceful, and I really enjoy the energy of this card, and I love the purple around it. I like the color palette. The Five of Swords, look at that. Look at that. So it's very reminiscing of the Five of Swords in the Rider-Waite, but at the same time it's such a new meaning for me, at least, because in the Rider-Waite you have, let me get it out because I have it with me, and it's again three figures on a battleground, and one of them has two swords and three swords are on the ground, and the other two people are leaving. Look at that. Look at that. See? One of them is regretful and the other one has its back turned. This one has its back turned, and this one is like, I can deal with you. I like this representation, and the only thing, I mean, I could take the water here, but the only thing that's missing is this vast sea in which the Six of Swords energy moves after. The Six of Swords here, the swords are represented by the trees, and I really enjoy that. It looks like everything is burning, and as opposed to the traditional meaning where you have the people on a boat with the swords carrying their pain with them, here you leave the pain behind and move further. And here you can see the fire engulfing, the flames engulfing the forest and destroying all that pain, and you being able to start new. Here the skies look darker, and here the skies look clearer. So again, it's a telling situation where you can see that there's movement forward. In terms of the Seven of Swords, I like this representation because they're like tiny branches here, but it kind of looks unreal because you see this smaller bird feeding the bigger one, and it plays into that deceptive energy of the Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the ice picks surrounding the bird, again looking like you're trapped but not actually being trapped. Ice picks don't make a good cage. The Nine of Swords, I like it. It talks about fear and anxiety and stress and depression and insomnia, and it's a very reflective card. Like it pushes me to think, what do I need to address? What is keeping me up at night right now? And the Ten of Swords, look at that. Look at that. Such a violent card without adding any violence to the deck. As opposed to other animal decks, I think this one is a very caring and loving towards the animal depicted in it. And I think I have more more need for that kind of information, because somehow I don't feel troubled when I see people suffering in the cards, but when I see animals depicted as in pain, such as the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, I kind of don't like it, and it makes me feel weird. The Page of Swords, that's an interesting one. It looks like the sword is being born from this this branch. I like it. The Knight of Swords is an interesting one. Again, a very fast-moving energy. The Queen of Swords, look at that. And the King of Swords. Overall, I like the art. Some cards are hit or miss. I'm going to try and shuffle the cards. See? They are kind of hard to shuffle because of the size, I think. Or because I don't know how to shuffle cards. That can be true as well. But that's the only way I can shuffle them, actually. So let's see. Oh wow. Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. It looks good. It's one of the decks that didn't give me the Five of Wands when I read with it for the first time, which I'm very appreciative of. Overall, will this be needed in readings for clients, for friends, for family? Probably not, because, as I said, it's a very conceptual deck. Do I like the quality? The cards are okay. They're not great. They're just okay. If I were to trim it, probably I'd like it more, but if I were to trim it, I don't know how good it would look, because I kind of like the minimalistic approach of the deck. Some of the cards are really turn off for me, but there's nothing I can do. And as I said, this is better suited for a daily draw more than anything else. That's all I have. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked this. If you did, I would love to hear it in the comment section down below. I know it's not a super exciting review, walkthrough, impression of the deck, because for some reason I don't feel super connected with it. I'm gonna keep it because I kind of get the impression that this is the kind of deck that will grow on me at some point. It's just there's a slight disconnect. Maybe it's the color palette, because it feels very springy. All of it, look at that. Everything seems super springy. And maybe this is not a good time of the year, even though the backings and the box looks very wintry, autumnal. It's a very mixed bag, this deck. I like it. I would love to see if any of you like it, use it, have it, I don't know. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please let me know in the comment section. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on my website, and on Etsy. The links are in the description box down below. Thank you so much, and I hope you're all keeping safe, and I would love to see you and hear you next time. Bye.